So we started this as our way of doing our best to help veterans going through a tough time to get the rights and the benefits they've earned. This is about doing our very best to help people navigate, the bureaucracies, the VA system, life in general, in order to help people have housing stability. Because we know that when housing is not stable, it's sort of like living on quicksand. It's very hard to hold a job, it's hard to keep relationships, it's hard to pursue any kind of training, it's hard to parent, pretty much everything is tough when you don't know if you have a safe, stable place to live. So we started in October 2011. Since then, we've had about just over 7,000 veterans and their family members that we've been able to serve in Miami-Dade and Broward County, and we're really grateful for that. We've learned a lot over those years about what's most helpful, what's not so helpful, how to do the best job possible. We hire a team here. We have about 20 people working for the agency. They're all people who care deeply about veterans, and are all people who are honored to be there to serve to the best of our ability. It's a very human team, so we all have good days, bad days. We get overloaded sometimes. All the things that come with being human. But it's a team that really does care a great deal. The way our program works is once you come in, as you are today, you will complete intake. And Bruce is in charge of he supervises our intake team, which includes him and Andrea and Jacqueline, who you may have seen at the front, and Lisa. Their role is to make sure we meet the VA requirement that each person that we provide services to is a veteran, and that we know that they have a discharge that's anything but dishonorable, that they serve beyond basic training, I think, and that the income in their household, whether it's one person or 20 people, is not more than 50% of the average of what's called the area median income. So the intake team has to verify that. So sometimes that's easier than other times, but they have to get the documentation to verify that so that the VA, when they come and review our records, which they do, can see that we did what we were supposed to. So a third of all is that they have a housing challenge. Either they don't have housing. So a lot of people come to us, they don't have housing. Many people reach us where they've been sleeping, from couch to couch, and they're in vehicles, on the streets, on the beaches, etc. Or they have housing that they can't stay at. Maybe they were able to stay there for a little while, but something happened and they can't keep staying there. Or they have housing that they're going to lose, but for something happened. Either getting caught up on their utilities or their rent or something happened. So once the intake team is able to put that together, and sooner, if it's an emergency, many people that come in at a time of emergency, you get assigned to our case management team. And that's a team that works with each of you individually to understand what are your needs, what are your circumstances, what are the opportunities that might be there to help you, have whatever your dreams are come true. We're not in the business of telling people what their dreams or values or goals should be in their life, but we're in the business of helping people sort of define that and then have the best chance of creating a future where that has a chance of happening. That's different for each of us. We all have different circumstances, different needs, different situations. So for some people, it's a pretty quick, simple situation. Maybe someone fell behind on the utilities, just needs help getting caught up. That's pretty simple. For others, it may be more complicated. If someone doesn't have any income and we need our legal team to pursue benefits with the VA or other kinds of benefits to get income. For others, it might involve searching for housing that is sustainable. For others, it might involve trying to get a voucher. We can help with things like application fees. We can help with transportation to go and see places if you need to. You can come here any day you want, use our computers, internet, printers, phones, to do all that stuff. Because, we know that if someone doesn't have transportation, for example, or is using public transportation, it can take a whole day just to get to one place to see it.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we will help in any way that we possibly can to to minimize what it takes to find housing. Other than that, we can help you though with landlords, because a lot of landlords, when they know that you're working with Operation Sacred Trust, that you've got an agency standing with you and beside you and behind you, that can really help. Because most people I know, they've got issues in their lives, whether it's credit or criminal history or whatever, or evictions. So we have a pretty good track record of helping people overcome that. The more the case manager knows about sort of what's going on that is getting in the way of you having stable housing, the better they're able to help. So you really want to, and they're here to be your advocate, and they're here to help you succeed. They're here, for one purpose, which is to help those people who are eligible for our program, which by the time you get to them, we generally know you are, to do our very best to help you not have housing issues in the future. The VA wants this to be a short-term program. The way they design this is they don't want us taking over what the VA normally does themselves. So, if somebody needs, regular counseling or case management or obviously medical services, they want people to get that at the VA. They want us just to focus on getting people stable housing, and they want us to do our best to do that as quick as possible, but no more than 90 days. That if it takes more than 90 days, we actually have to recertify someone. The most paperwork you'll ever have to fill out is today at intake. None of us like paperwork. So we do a good job of storing paperwork. So once you've given us something, we shouldn't have to ask for it again. So if we have a DD-214 or a Social Security card or whatever, once we have it, you should be able to come back to us years from now and we should still have it. So, and by the way, if you ever lose stuff and you need it, you can call us and we can help you with that. We're going to find out, whoever has a situation where you need to meet with a case manager immediately, you'll meet with someone today while you're here. And what would make it urgent is if you're not in a safe place, if you don't have housing, or if there's an immediate issue, that if it's not resolved within hours or days, it could really impact your life. Then you're going to meet with someone today, and we're going to do our best to do things as quickly as we possibly can. So I'm going to ask each of you to introduce yourself in a moment. Just name, where you're from, if you want a branch of service, and anything you're willing to share that people might not suspect about you. And we've had all kinds of things over the years of doing this. All kinds of things. We've had dancers, we've had performers, we've had all-star basketball players, we've had people that like to hike, we've had people that love the beach, we've had people who are one of 20 kids, even more. We've had you name it, whatever it is, just something that people might not suspect about you. And then after we all get to meet each other, we're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to share with you one exercise that has helped a lot of people